All right, let's just jump right in. You know that feeling when you first think about investing? It's like instant paralysis. You're just buried under charts, news, a million experts telling you what to do. It's this giant mountain of information. Well, today, we're going to talk about how to get right past that.
And I think this really hits the nail on the head. The number one thing that kills your chances of building wealth. It's not some crazy market crash. Nope. It's just information overload. It's that avalanche of data that just freezes you in your tracks before you even start.
So, how do you get past this mountain that stops pretty much everyone else? That's the big question, right? Well, the good news is you don't actually have to climb it. Think of what we're doing here as your map, your shortcut. It's the simple path that gets you moving while everybody else is just stuck staring up at the top.
All right, let's officially name our enemy here, the mountain of information. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that feeling of staring at endless charts, getting advice from 100 different gurus that all contradict each other, and watching news that changes every 5 minutes. It just feels impossible. And because of that, most people, well, they just never start.
And this is the key mindset shift we need to make. Look, you don't need to become a Wall Street genius today. This isn't about climbing Everest in one go. The only thing you need to do right now is find the shortcut. Find a clear path and just take that first step.
And here it is. This is your map. We're going to break this all down into a super simple 3-step shortcut. And I mean simple. This isn't some complicated financial strategy. It's a clear step-by-step plan to get you from thinking about investing to actually being an investor. And you can do it in like under 10 minutes.
So here's the entire journey laid out right in front of you. Step 1, pack light. Step 2, take the paved road. And Step 3, cross the line. That's the whole thing. Just 3 simple actions that let you walk right around all the noise and confusion. So let's dig into that first one.
Okay, Step 1, pack light. And this is all about what we'll call the $100 rule. The whole idea here is a mental shift. We're going to stop worrying about the giant, far-off goal of retirement, and instead we're going to focus on taking one single step, right here, right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about this number, $100. I want you to completely forget the idea that you need thousands of dollars to get started. You absolutely don't. You just need $100. It's small enough that it's not scary, but it's big enough to feel real. Because honestly, this isn't about the money. It's about the action.
And this is our only goal for today. The goal is to become an investor, right now. We can worry about building a financial empire later. The only thing that matters is changing your identity from someone who wants to invest to someone who is an investor. Today is the day we just start.
All right, so you've got your $100 ready. You've packed light. Now it's time for Step 2. We're going to take the paved road. This is all about choosing how we're going to get started. And believe me, we are picking the safest, smoothest, most reliable path there is.
And I absolutely love this analogy because it makes it so clear. Trying to pick the next Tesla or Apple stock, that's like trying to free solo climb a dangerous cliff. It's super risky, and let's be honest, most beginners, they fall. But the paved road, that's like buying an index fund. It's like you're buying the whole basket, a tiny piece of the entire market. It's safe, it's steady, it's the smart path.
So why does this paved road work so well, especially for beginners? Well, for one, you get instant safety. You immediately own a tiny piece of hundreds of major companies. 2, it's zero stress. You're not betting on some random CEO to make the right call. You're just betting on the U.S. economy to grow over the long run. And finally, and this is a big one, boring is good. Seriously, this path isn't exciting. It's not a thrill ride. But you know what? It gets you to the top alive.
Okay, so we've packed light. We've chosen our safe, paved road. There's only one thing left to do. Step 3, push the button. This is it. This is the moment of action. We are not going to overthink this. We're just going to move.
And here's the final super simple checklist. First, download a major broker app. Any of the big ones you've heard of will work just fine. Second, you link your bank account. Third, you transfer that $100. And fourth, you execute the purchase. That's it. 4 simple mechanical clicks.
And to make this even easier, when you're in the app, just search for a ticker symbol like VOO or SPY. These are just 2 of the most popular index funds that track the S&P 500. Remember that whole basket we talked about? This is it. Find one of those and click Buy. It is literally that simple.
And just like that, you did it. You are now an investor. See, it was never about climbing Everest. It was just about finding a way around that first giant mountain of information.
the one that stops almost everybody else.
I really want you to let that sink in for a second. You just walked around the mountain that stops 90% of people. That is not a small deal. That is a huge, huge achievement.
And this is the whole point of this entire exercise. Your identity has changed. That $100, that was just the key to unlock the door. The real prize is that you are no longer someone who wants to invest. You are an investor. You're in the game now.
So, you've done it. You've proved to yourself that you can cut through the noise and take action. You just conquered the first mountain, which is always the hardest one. So the only question left to ask is, what's your next peak?
And of course, just a quick disclaimer before we wrap up. This is all for educational purposes. It's not financial advice. Investing does involve risk, so please always do your own research. All right, that's all for now.